Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Pastor Lucas with God's Word, No Cap. I want to take a look at Matthew chapter 8. And this is verses 18 through 22. It says, Now when Jesus saw great multitudes about him, he had given commandment to depart to the other side. And a certain scribe came and said unto him, Master, I follow you wherever you go. And Jesus said to him, The foxes got holes, the birds got nests to live in, but the Son of Man has nowhere to lay his head. And another disciple came to him, and Lord, if you would just allow me first to go and bury my father, I'll follow you too. And Jesus said, Well, let the dead bury their dead. And in here, I'm just thinking about the difference between life and death. And I'm holding on to a few words, in particular when Jesus said, Let the dead bury their dead. Well, let's talk about this scribe first. He wanted to, or he said to the Lord, Hey, I'll follow you anywhere you go. And I'm sure that's a lot of our desires, a lot of our claims that we'll follow the Lord anywhere he go. The Lord had given him a warning. And I don't know if he caught on to it, but he let him know, hey, the foxes have no holes to go in. The foxes, have holes to go in. They got somewhere to go. They have a place to lay their head. They have comfort. They have somewhere to rest, to find solitude. The birds have a home, somewhere to go to. But the Son of Man, I have nowhere to go. And so if you're going to follow me, we're pilgrims on this earth. This is not our home. And there are going to be some times where a lot of times our conversation is not going to be wanted. There's going to be some times where our the meekness of our character is not going to be wanted. And so you welcome to follow me, but just know it's going to be some trouble times, some difficult times, some challenges. But if we were to take on this invitation, we actually live because we with Christ. Whereas this other disciple who said, well, allow me first to go and bury my father. And it's not so much necessarily that he's going to bury someone. You would think, okay, it's your father died. I'm going to allow you that. But this can be taken as allow me to go do anything. Allow me to go and get married. Allow me to have a family first. Allow me to live my life first before I choose Christ. In particular, a lot of us believe, well, I'm not ready to give my life to God because there's some things that we want to do that don't involve God. And see, that's the key. The things that don't involve God. And even if it's going on and quote unquote living the good life, so you think. If it doesn't involve God, the pronouncement is let the dead go and bury the dead. In other words, that life you're choosing without him is the path to death. And so he counts you dead already. And whatever you're doing is dead because it doesn't involve Christ. It has nothing to do with the edification of God's kingdom. And so it's fruitless. It's dead. And so you're just going to attend to something that's going to get you nothing in return. It can seem like living your life, but it's actually dying your death. And this troubled time where the Son of Man has nowhere to lay his head. But sometimes the conversations he want to talk about can't find room at your table or at someone else's table. Let's put it like that. It just can be a troubled life, but it's life because it's with Christ. This is God's word, no cap.